haven't done customer research things before.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Excuse me, can I ask you a few questions? It'll be super quick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a better understanding of how people discover new things.
New things.
No, not interested.
They've almost like traveled in time into 10, 15, 20 years. They know this has to exist. And they're coming back into 2017 and saying, how can I create a product which will still exist in 5, 10, 15 years from now?
Over the last couple of decades, the ways in which information is packaged and sent to us, delivered to us online has changed quite dramatically. We are a discovery engine that allows you to see the world as other people. You can actually step into the online world of these people to see what they are reading, what they're watching, and what's actually inspired them and shaping the way that they think about the environment.
If I'm an investor, I really need to know, hang on, is this a business as opposed to just something that sounds wonderful?
You have to build something that nobody has built before. We say like, oh, we think this is a great idea, let's build it. And then we figure out that people don't really like that. I have to talk to people more. It's not difficult once you start talking to people, but just to get started.
Excuse me. Hey. Just wondering, I'm trying to get a better understanding of how people discover new things. Can I ask you a few questions? Do you have a go?
Yeah,
That's okay.
I really like to chat more, but
That's okay.
yeah.
Do you mind if...
That's okay. I don't want to interrupt you.
I think her background is an advantage because she comes living from different countries and she's been here. So she's personally experienced the problem, so she can relate to the problem.
So one of my favourite places in Melbourne is Resurrected Square. It's almost like the physical representation of what Refni is trying to do, right? Why is it the perfect place for people to protest, but at the same time to relax and watch Australian Open? Tourists, locals, and everyone can just sit there.
I don't want them to have something locked in their mind because they don't have a paying customer yet. In the early days, they're in this discovery phase. The whole concept around filter bubble is an interesting problem. No one seems to know how to crack that problem. The giants like Google and Facebook, they all are faced with the same problem.
I got an opportunity to visit LinkedIn HQ. The company is actively enhancing how they can personalize information so that whatever their users see is more relevant to their interests. For me, that's interesting is because the downside of personalization is exactly what I'm working to solve.
Xiao would have an interesting opportunity and a challenge that she needs to unlock.
I actually have debunked a lot of my assumptions of how I think my startup would work.
When you came into the pitch at the start, you had that defined and you've actually invalidated your hypothesis.
So they're going in this constant rinse and repeat mode saying, oh, this was my pitch 2 hours ago and my pitch will change in 4 hours from now, right? Because they're in the middle of this storming and forming.
But the thing is, I haven't done customer research things before. The idea is still way too big in order for it to be a MVP.
Yeah.
So, but I need help, to get to
definitely.
that stage.
She's taken a problem area which is not ripe in the market today. This will become a problem maybe in the next 2, 3, 4 years or the next generation, right? The baby boomers and Gen Xs are not worried about this because they're not digital ready. So Gen Ys and Gen Z, they were digitally born.
So you're all pumped up. Oh my God, this is so great, we found a market. And you go and you talk to them tomorrow. And what happens is like, we don't really do the process the way you actually have it in your system. And then you go back and you say, like, do I actually have a product? And then you're rethinking all the decisions that you've made.
When I built the website, I thought, okay, my target audience is a younger, educated generation of people. But what we got was actually executives of big companies. But then last week, I got a whole bunch of other people, and they're all from all around the world. You still need to work out how exactly the whole thing is going to work.
Questioning yourself, it's not about, oh my God, now I'll quit. If you do that, then you shouldn't be a founder. You have to have the mental capacity to cope with questioning yourself, and in the end, to steer yourself on the right path.
Emma and Xiao have a product or service that can face today's customer needs, but they just have to service that need first before they go service the Nirvana version of their product.
Questioning yourself is about making a very healthy exam of the health of your product, of the focus on your vision. It's trying to get people to understand, but more important is us to understand what people want.
Now that you know that there might be some market segments that you're wanting to find out more detail about, and we can use custom logic to kind of target the questions. Hypothetically speaking, we might be making a product that does this thing that we want to build them. Are they like, yay, or ugh? We're really looking to get some qualitative feedback so that we can kind of start thinking about what a solution might look like for them.
So today I'm going to ask people around public places whether they know about the filter bubble, and if they do, what do they do about it? So to start off, have you heard of something called the filter bubble?
No.
No.
I haven't. Sorry, I'm
Not
not
online?
familiar.
That's not, that's
I'm not
okay.
familiar with online.
Like why it doesn't really matter to you?
Well, I don't see how it's a bad thing.
When you go and search for stuff online, like Google and Facebook, when you like something, then similar stuff gets served to you based on your likes. And our purpose is actually help people to open people's minds about different cultures and different perspectives, so people can have more understanding about the world around them.
I know we have a product that people want, and this morning when I was talking to my advisor in VCs, that when they saw it for the first time, the thing I had doubt in, they were like, "This is great. I mean, how did you pull this off?" And I was like, "Oh my God, we're amazing. We're the best company in the world." You can see the roller coaster happening. It's really important to solve a real problem, not something that you made up and think it's a problem.
Knew about the advertising thing, but not about like news and the opinions and stuff.
And to help people do exactly what you just said, so it's like, yes!
Can I take a picture? Because I write a blog as well. So
Oh, cool, yeah, of course. Just give me a shout, like by email or something.
Okay, email or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I'm getting sunburned, to be honest. 1, 2. For me, I felt a sense of duty almost, that because I had this opportunity, then I want to take a risk, and it doesn't really matter if I fail. If it does fail, then I can learn from it, but if it does succeed, then I'll be able to help other people in something that really impacts someone else's life.
So you can't put a futuristic product today because people can't relate to it. So let's give them something that they can use, and then in the future, it will evolve.
Just go back to one annual report and don't tell me that it was all done wrong.
How do we guide people through space when they can't see anything?
So Anna's juggling a lot, so when she says she's going to do it, she obviously knows that she's got a small window to do it and it gets done.